Self-expression is what it means to be an American. From the birth of this beautiful nation, the Founding Fathers created the Bill of Rights in order to ensure Americans would be able to express themselves. The First Amendment of the Bill of Rights states, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances." This includes the freedom of press.
Well, in the United States, we have a very long and robust tradition of free press. It means that the government cannot tell independent news organizations, whether they're newspapers, magazines, or TV platforms, what to cover, what not to cover. So that freedom of press, of course, it's an extension that not just journalists, but every American has to express his or her opinion.
Even with the given freedom in the document, people worked to suppress, to silence the media. As early as 1798, the Alien Sedition Acts by Alexander Hamilton targeted people who spoke out against John Quincy Adams or the Federalist Party. This is the first example of a threat to American freedom of press.
Freedom of press, in many ways, is what a democracy embodies, insofar as it sort of allows ideas to be debated, discussed among people who hold disparate views, and then the best idea can win.
Although scholars may argue the media is expressed fairly without censorship, people have tried to hush the media for political or other benefits. According to the Gale database, censorship occurs when the government, a private institution, or an individual regulates or suppresses writing, speech, or any other media for more political or security purposes. Countries all across the world do not have the freedom of press, and will actually censor writers who write or speak out against the government. For example, Jamal Khashoggi, a Saudi Arabian journalist who wrote columns for the Washington Post, was often critical of the Saudi Arabian government. He was killed in the Saudi Arabian consulate in Turkey by a rogue assassination mission allegedly sent by the Prince of Saudi Arabia. In the past year, 81 reporters have been killed, and there are numerous threats targeting reporters.
In many countries around the world, the media has been muzzled. In some countries, in fact, the only media in the country is controlled by the state.
It's America. And if you look around the world, this is a whole lot better place to be than most of the places in the world.
Is America doing anything to protect these journalists from threats? Bias is always present in the media.
Citizens never get to know the real truth. They don't get to see the two sides of the coin, as you could say. They don't know what's happening on the other side. The opposition is not given a chance to speak.
Media based on false facts also causes a great deal of harm to the public. For example, in 2016, a false news story went viral, which included the running president candidate, Hillary Clinton. The story included false accusations on the candidates claiming she ran a child sex ring outside a pizza restaurant. This story caused such a stir that the 28-year-old Edgar Welch fired shots at the pizzeria while attempting to investigate the issue. This is a modern example of misinterpreted media. What can the United States do to prevent these occurrences without obstructing the freedom of press?
That's really something we need to do in this country and around the world, is to teach people media literacy, to understand how stories are put together, and to be able to discern between what is some sort of propaganda, what is truth, and what is spin.
The issue of censoring press continues into the modern United States. Our president, Donald Trump, has keyed the term fake news. Is our president making an accurate claim, or is he harming the public by steering them away from valuable news sources?
He has also dismissed distinguished publications as fake news, again for simply doing their job, and has threatened to change libel laws that will weaken the First Amendment, making it easier for him to attack and sue the press. This antagonistic relationship between the president and the press is not only beneath the dignity of the office, it is also dangerous for our democracy.
How does this censor freedom of press? Best said by theconversation.com, in practice, the term fake news undermines the intellectual values of democracy. Is this issue as severe as people make it out to be? Should the president be allowed to deny a media outlet a question simply because of their political views? Everyday reporters and journalists are silenced and threatened all over the world. The freedom of press is one thing which makes America great.
One of the integral parts of our democracy in this country. Without it, how would citizens know to make a decision to vote, to the issues that they should be concerned about, what's happening around the world? It's critical.
The government must work to protect this right given by the Bill of Rights, rather than find loopholes to oppress the media. The United States must safeguard the media, as tragedies involving reporters and journalists have become way too common nowadays. In order to keep the citizens of our glorious nation informed, the government must develop laws and policies guaranteeing journalists freedom. The media plays a vital role in shaping citizen opinions on certain issues. The highlights of American right to think individually. The media shapes America. How has the media affected you? How will you press for freedom? And that's what it means to be American.